And Joe, did you have a couple announcements maybe for the atheist American Atheist?
Well, just a few things, not necessarily American Atheist.
Oh, okay, but a few news articles.
For atheists in general.
Okay.
A couple of things. Well, this is an ongoing situation in Waynesville, North Carolina. Our man Richard Shore, an atheist in Waynesville, North Carolina, has been fighting 10 Commandments being posted in courtrooms and is actually making some progress. This is from Phoenix, Arizona's The Arizona Republic, Sunday, January 18. A little bit old, but, you know, the same thing. 87-year-old Richard Shore has been called a curmudgeon, a crank, a cold-hearted troublemaker, and even a disciple of Satan. Well, he's actually getting a lot done. He's challenged the presence of the Word of God in the Haywood County Courthouse in Waynesville, North Carolina. In a federal lawsuit, he is demanding that 2 marble tablets listing the 10 Commandments be removed from the main courtroom, where they've hung on the wall right behind the judge's chair ever since the place was built in 1931. Well, he's claiming they violate the First Amendment guarantee the government will not endorse a particular religion, and he's an atheist. Well, he's making some headway, some progress, but there's been some opposition, of course. In 1994, when he originally filed his lawsuit, about 30,000 people, 2/3 of the population of Waynesville, signed a petition urging the county to fight the suit. One county commissioner actually vowed to go to jail before he would allow the 10 Commandments to be taken down. This is a hot issue.
That's pretty amazing that one man would stand up against a community of 60,000, I guess. Well, 90,000, they're saying a third of them there, so
Yeah.
that's a fairly good community.
Yeah.
And and then him to stand up. So we definitely applaud your effort out there. What's his name again?
Richard Shore, S-U-H-R-E.
We feel that that is definitely a clear violation of the separation of church and state. And there's so many controversies exactly what the 10 Commandments are. They have different religions have their own ideas of what the 10 Commandments are. It would be different if they were like 10 laws that were on the books.
Right. Yes.
But there's no law against adultery on the book that I'm sure that's definitely grounds for divorce. But I can't see being arrested for it or anything like that. So, but that is this just points out one of many states where this is going on.
It's happening in several states.
Indiana, we was talking about the going on in Indiana.
Alabama.
We've wrote letters here about the 10 Commandments here at our state capitol. Our state capitol has it right out there in the front, the backyard. I almost said the front yard, but it's right there in the back. And we feel that that is not the proper place to be displaying a religious icon such as that. And we do have some other articles here. Don, and you brought up an article.
Well, the man we were just talking about is engaged in a fight over freedom of and freedom from religion, the separation of church and state. And there is an important issue that's going on right now with the so-called Religious Freedom Amendment. The wording of the amendment, as I have it here, and I believe, and this is from an Atheist of Florida newsletter, and I believe this is the correct wording of the Ishtook Amendment, is to secure the people's right to acknowledge God according to the dictates of conscience. Neither the United States nor any state shall establish any official religion, but the people's right to pray and to recognize their religious beliefs, heritage, or traditions on public property, including schools, shall not be infringed. Neither the United States nor any state shall require any person to join in prayer or other religious activity, prescribe school prayers, discriminate against religion, or deny equal access to a benefit on account of religion. Now, this seems to have very wide support, and I mean, who could not be in favor of religious freedom? What we are seeing, what we feel, and there is we have a lot of allies in the religious community also, is that this is an attempt to do several things. One is to exclude religious groups from public laws. For example, if it's part of my religion to smoke peyote, for example, this would make that legal. If it's part of my religion to have a sacrifice, and that's not common in Austin, Texas, but there's a lot of that still goes on. then the right to exercise my religious traditions on public property will be protected. It's also seen as a Trojan horse to get prayer back in school. Now, I don't know how most people feel about religious liberty. It's probably not as important, as central, a basic issue to the average person as it is to somebody that's in a religious minority. But to us, prayer in school is something that's just fundamental. It's very difficult to see how that's a good thing to do. So please, if you feel as we do that the Religious Freedom Amendment should be defeated, please feel free to call your representative and let him know how you feel.